delighted to welcome with us here from our rooftop studio here at the Ploughing Championships, the 9th President of Ireland, Michael Daniel Higgins. Fáilte Road.
I think I might have written about it somewhere, that one of the saddest journeys in your life is driving the cattle home unsold.
Yes.
Particularly if you have 4 miles to go.
Oh yes, it makes it a very long journey indeed.
I have great memories. They'll all rush back to me when Clare are playing
on
Cork,
Saturday,
of course, upon which I'm probably neutral, as you know.
I believe you've launched the Today Show here at the Championships. What's planned for the season ahead?
That's right, Ken. We're in the middle of it really. We've been all over the place doing different stuff. So we have our own show that is just for people here. It's not for broadcast at all. That's happening at 2 o'clock today. So it's all very, very exciting.
You're going to carry out the customary check and we'll see what the result is. A whole new experience for me.
Well, Ken, the first thing she has to do anyway is draw blood.
Yeah,
draw blood. Call the ambulance quick. Call the ambulance
you're not
quick.
squeamish.
I mean, is it a problem sometimes with people when they present for a diabetes check that, you know, the sight or the sensation of having their skin pricked by a needle?
I think it's the fear. I even have the fear myself of getting my blood done. Not a
like
major fear. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and this little gadget, you just.
So I'm just going to pinch the top of your finger. Okay, so it's a little prick.
Oh, that was completely painless.
Yeah, it's painless, really.
Yeah.
You might just get a little bit of pain, but kind of a sting rather than. That's it. I've no tissue actually for it. So yours, Ken, is 5.3, so that's normal.
So I'm a normal person.
Yeah.
But that answers a lot of my critics. I'm going to start off with rugby, and I saw you on Primetime there last week talking about plans to create a new league. The British and the French clubs, it seems, are thinking different to the Irish clubs. Would this be a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, it's a good idea if you're English and French. It's a bad idea if you're Irish, Scottish, Welsh or Italian. Essentially it is, and it was born, and in a way it was almost likely to happen. It was born in the way it was set up. Because the players in Ireland, particularly, also in Italy and in Scotland, are essentially part of the union. They're paid for by the union. In France and England, they're paid for by the club. So Leicester or Toulon are no different from Manchester United or Arsenal. They're clubs that have to make a profit. That is not the case with the Irish and the Scottish clubs and so on.
Well, basically what people can see here today is cows being milked by a Lely Astronaut A4 robotic milking machine. So we have a herd of cows that arrived in here on Friday. They will be here for the full week until the ploughing is over, and they're being milked 24/7 on the stand.
It's been phenomenal. Like, you know, it's transformed our village. We see tour buses coming week in, week out, and it's just been phenomenal. And it just shows when you begin to research your roots and trace into your community's tree what you might find. And who knows, there could be a future president of America out there in Rathenisk or in Stradbally.
Here in studio right now by Taoiseach Enda Kenny and indeed the President of the National Ploughing Association, Anna May McHugh. Taoiseach, I'm going to start with you. Thanks very much for popping in. I know you're a busy man. We're about 2.5 years into the government. How has it been going for you? I mean, when you went into office in March 2011, how big was the mess?
Unprecedented. no government in the history of the state ever faced the economic mess that we inherited here. But then that's why people gave this government the biggest mandate in the history of the state to sort it out.
We're going to go out and about right now as we catch up with our roving camera, which is out in the field.
Yes, we're here at the livestock section of the National Ploughing Championships. I've two men here who are going to talk to me from the Parthenay Society. Dermot and James, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Maybe we could take a walk down and look at the various cattle here. We'll start here.
Here we have a number of pedigree heifers. They vary in age, basically from 12 months right up to a year and a half. They're here on display today just to show the qualities of the breed. Parthenay are mainly maternal. They make very, very good suckler cows, and the main trade here really is for export weanlings to Italy and the continental Europe. And these animals are quite able to do that and do that job very well. So they have a niche market in this country.
I'm joined by a familiar face here, John Aldridge. Welcome to our coverage. What brings a former Liverpool, Oxford United, Tranmere, Rail Sociedad and former Republic of Ireland international to the Ploughing Championships?
The Sunday Well. I obviously I've got a call with the Sunday Well. They invited me over. I've got a stand there, and it's a great experience. It's something I've never been to, nothing like this before.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's absolutely magnificent, I have to say.
I've been coming to Ploughing since 1989 when LMFM started, and in those days we used to go and record it and put it out the next day, right? And see what you're doing now with live streaming and how it's. And I see all the local radio stations with their outside broadcast units here. But this is the first time ever I've been at the Ploughing and there's dust. As I was walking up there was
people have referred to the mud earlier on.
Yeah, there was so many crowds here today, right? That there was dust, whereas I normally associate it with mud or squelch, you know, exactly. And it's just all of Ireland seems to be here today.
Well, you know, you come into just a greenfield site, and from there you have to build a town, really, and wonderful infrastructure has to go in place. But why it has become attractive, I think it's all the side supporting events we have. It started off with Ploughing, and over the 3 days we had over 330 competitors from every county in Ireland, and they would bring their own followers. And then we have so many side supporting events. We try and make every effort to have something new every year.
This is by far our biggest event yet. We have 228,000 I think over the 3 days, so phenomenal. We haven't even reached those figures when we've had the world contest here, and that would have been over 4 days. So for the event, it's just been superb.
And that just about wraps it up from the National Ploughing Championships for 2013. This is the 82nd event to have taken place in this country promoting the art of ploughing. We've had a fantastic 3 days, bit of serendipity involved in terms of good fortune. It didn't rain. Normally at Ploughing Championships there's a drop of rain throughout the day across the 3 days. Bit of a shower this morning, but overall the weather has held up fine. On behalf of the organisers, the McHughs and the National Ploughing Association and everybody involved in the media pool and independent.ie and myself, Ken Murray, indeed all our guests, everybody that popped in for a chat, we'd like to thank you for tuning in, and all going to plan, we'll talk to you again next year. From everybody here in Ratheniska, County Laois, good evening and God